Good evening and welcome to Go Race Promotions on Twitch, wherever you are around the world, whether that's Australia or the other side of the world in England, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. It is round number 5 of the AK Racing 90's British Touring Car Championship, and we are here at a classic circuit, Castle Combe. And joining me in the commentary box, it's Jackson Starrett. Jackson, thank you for joining me tonight. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. It's pouring down rain in Canberra, but I'm inside, so can't really complain about that.
Yeah, it's nice being dry and warm.
I don't know about warm, but certainly dry.
That's right. Canberra climate isn't always the warmest, is it?
No, when we don't get snow, which is just the absolute icing on the cake.
Oh well, you
Well,
do get snow sometimes.
absolutely sometimes, but it doesn't stay very long.
No,
It's
it
it's
does
a
not.
it's a miserable weather system we have here. But anyway, we're talking about sim racing tonight, and we're here at Castle Combe. Currently, only a handful of drivers in the server at the moment, unless if I bring up Stereo Carcel. There's a couple of drivers. No, still only about 6 drivers. They've all served time at least, but at the top at the moment it is Macca, but currently in the pits right now. So I guess we'll join this guy here, and that's Thornton. In fact, let's go on board with him as he starts this lap to take us for a quick ride around this short, fast circuit into the second and third corner. We'll probably see a little bit of carnage in probably
As
all
always.
race. Yeah, classic British touring cars.
Yep.
It's certainly a fast-flowing track broken up by these little chicanes here, as Thornton proving to be very greedy
Yeah.
with those curves.
Taking a lot of curve there.
Oh, you can abuse them with the old touring cars.
Well, yeah, they sort of like to be abused.
Yeah. Well, you only have to race them for a handful of laps, then you just give them a service and do it again. As we
Yeah.
come into, I think it's the last chicane on the track. It's been a while since I've actually run this track. Last time I
Yes, it would
played
be
this.
the last chicane there.
Yep. It's been a while since I drove a car around this track in the sim world. Last time would have been, what was it, Fiat Supercars 3 on the
Now that I
PlayStation
think
2.
about it, it would be for me as well.
Yeah.
Except it wasn't VS Supercars 3, it was TOCA 3, which was basically the same game, just licensed under a different brand.
Technicalities.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
Codemasters game. It was just
Yeah,
renamed for Australian market. So no one over here knows what Toka is. Not even I fully understand what Toka was. But anyway, it was not too bad for the time. But I tended to spend most of my time on that game in the British GT Championship, running that Vauxhall Monaro. But well, at the moment we're watching the British touring cars, classic cars from the 1990s. Cars that
very wide there.
very wide.
Yeah,
Certainly pushing the limits, trying to catch up to Macca with his 104.07. He's only 3/10 off, but that would not have helped him. As you can see, I think that would have been a track cut as well, so invalidated his lap time. Anyway, Thornton will continue on his way in the Renault Laguna. In fact, I think it's absolute domination by Renault at the moment. The top 4 positions are Renault's.
yes, it is too.
As fact, his name I don't fully recognise. That's Walter. I think he's brand new. If someone in chat can correct me, maybe Monjan, if you're in chat, maybe correct me on that one. But I'm fairly certain I haven't seen Walter in the other rounds so far. But well, he's out there in a Renault Laguna and currently doing not too bad, 6/10 off. But well, it's practice. See Walter, another driver who really is enjoying abusing those curbs. But
Yeah, a lot of the time to be fast, you gotta abuse them.
Yeah, well, these curbs actually don't look too thick or too aggressive, so it looks like they are
Yeah.
built to be abused. In fact, I think that is Rafalo up ahead in the Mondeo. Either that or it's Dietmar Rath. So we're starting to get some big names joining the server. As up ahead, that looks like Meredith getting sideways. Oof. Got a bit of a slide going on there. That's working for him. As we're right on board with Walter now. As he comes up towards this back sweeper. Fires him back onto this little short chute before the final chicane. Whoever that is, they are very, very greedy with that, with the track space there.
Being a British circuit, they might end up with Pirelli flats on the front left. Common thing we've seen in stuff like Silverstone in the last couple of weeks.
It just seems to be if they get a little bit too greedy, the curbs pop them up on two wheels and then destabilise the cars. But
they seem to react all right to that though. Doesn't seem like it'll penalise them too much. Oh wow, that is a lot.
That was greedy.
Yeah.
It was sort of put offline there as he was getting around the fellow Renault behind him.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure who that is. I do think it is Meredith behind. It is. So Meredith was trying to get out of the way, and it's just sort of put Walter off going into that chicane. We have a Volvo off the track, well wide in the background there. I have a feeling if I have good enough memory. Yep, there we go. So it was Williams that was well wide. So he'll reset and go again. In fact, he'll just jump out of the way of Chris Rafalo there. Don't think Williams even wants to run the risk of balking someone on a hot lap.
Yeah.
And Chris Rafalo goes 5th. Very much off the pace this time round. I do think he's carrying a fair bit of success ballast this round as he backs it in. And I think we'll see him return to the pits as Meredith is also doing a bit of grass cutting.
Meredith's mowing.
Yeah, Meredith's mowing. And the Renault lawn mower. We got Keen as well back in the Primera. Keep almost calling it a Pulsar. Which I suppose is technically true.
Yeah.
I think just to save confusion, I will just call it the Pulsar.
The wannabe Pulsar.
Well, it looks exactly the same. As Keen goes back up into 5th, but he's still got a long way to go to catch Macca, who currently is off in the pits. He was off track. In fact, it looks like everyone's off the track except for Keen now, so Keen's got this. I think it's a very fun circuit.
Oh, Williams is still on the track, but still a fair 5.2 seconds off the pace. So a lot of work to be done there.
It's still early days in the stream, and if I'm not mistaken, we'll be going to qualifying in the next half hour or so. So it gives us a chance just to see who's got some race pace, who's got some qualifying pace.
Yeah.
Although with these races, in fact, I haven't even actually looked at what race we have lined up tonight. So we have got 10 minutes of qualifying, then 2 11-lap races before we move to a different server for the final race, which I do believe it'll be around the 20-lap mark. We'll confirm that when we move to that server. Now I'm going to lose Keen. There we go. In fact, we're seeing at the bottom there with Stereo Carcel. The server is starting to fill up now, which is good to see. And Williams going very slowly again. I'd say he's stuffed up that final chicane again. And I'll be honest, these cars are not easy to drive. Like they're front-wheel drive cars, so have a tendency to have snap oversteer, I've noticed.
One thing I can give them is they do sound quite nice.
I was just about to bring up that 2-litre normally aspirated sound.
It's irregularly nice. Usually you would say it's someone's off there.
Who's that? I want to say. Well, he's planted it into the barrier. I'm going to try and find out who that is.
I'm not sure.
Dre.
I'm not sure if those marshals would be okay there.
Oh, they look comfortable. That was Christopher Fraser, so looked like he just... I don't think he's done any practice, because it just looked like as if he didn't know there was a chicane there.
Yes, yeah, it did look like that. Definitely not a good idea to leave all your practice to the last half an hour before the qualifying, but...
That's when I get all my best results.
Well, yes, usually I'm the same. Usually my best times come in before during qualifying, but it's not good to. I don't enjoy doing my only practice in the 30 minutes before qualifying.
Well, especially when you're trying to learn the track, it's not advisable. But Chris is a fairly experienced campaigner. He'll be able to pick up this track rather quickly. I'm sure if he's...
Yeah, it's a very small track, only 2.97 kilometers. So
I was fully expecting Chris just to go full opposite lock and just plant that accelerator pedal down. But
come on, Chris, where's the style? You're not gonna get any of the girls like that.
That's a fair call. Everyone knows you've got to be able to do a handbrake turn.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, that's a Volvo. That is Williams. I think
almost collected him as well.
He definitely panicked a little bit there, I think. But no, that's he's back into it. He'll have another go. Anyway, let's rejoin Chris Rafala. Let's see what he can do. He's just about to finish his first full... No, not... No, that's his outlap. Never mind.
Yes. P5 on an outlap.
No, that's not right.
That's gained him some spots, I think.
No,
I think it was...
No, he's still in 5th.
Yep. Okay, I thought Kane was in 5th at that time, but...
Well, there we go. Meredith still in 4th position. Still 1.7 seconds off Macca's time as well. I have a feeling he might be more working on a comfortable race setup than a qualifying setup. But with 11 laps and such a short circuit, you'd almost
want to run the qualifying setup.
I think I would.
Yeah, as long as it's stable enough to drive consistently.
Well, that's the thing. I do find that these cars are rather difficult to set up.
Yes, definitely. It's would definitely the way you'd set it up would be different to a rear-wheel drive car, which is what we're so used to driving.
I mean, I've had a go in a bit more modern British touring cars, and it didn't go well for me. Just could not dial the understeer out of it, and yeah, it probably wasn't as smooth as what I could have been. Certainly not Chris Rafalo smooth. But yeah, hats off to those guys for controlling the car as best they can. Of course, these cars, they tend to lock the inside rear wheel right there, as we just see Meredith do.
Perfect example.
Perfect example.
Yeah, totally planned.
Whoa!
Oh, a bit late on the brakes there maybe, or just a bit too much curve and has upset the car.
Actually looked like he missed the apex by a country mile, and he ended up on some awkward bump.
Yeah.
He's got plenty of time to... There we go, that inside rear wheel way off the ground there.
Yep.
See how he goes through the second chicane, and that was much better.
Three-wheeling it like trophy trucks.
Oh, three-wheeling it like a go-kart, more like.
Yeah, well, that'd do it as well.
Yeah. It's the only way to get a go-kart to turn, really.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Just got to throw it in and hope for the best.
depends on depends on the engine and the kart and configuration,
Well,
maybe even
yeah,
the ground.
definitely.
But
And the track and
yeah,
conditions.
that's true. Conditions as well. No, in the rain, you just throw it in there.
Oh yeah, in the rain especially. Just
Especially when you're on slick tyres. That's the best.
oh yeah.
It
Oh,
looks like
right out sideways
yeah,
and around.
Meredith just does not look comfortable in that first chicane.
Yeah.
I'm going to find someone else. This is another one of the Mondas. It's Hum. He's been there or thereabouts, if memory serves correct, in the previous rounds of this championship. Currently 5.3 seconds off the pace. Once again, it's only practice.
I've got to say, the Mondays are probably one of my favourite looking of the British touring cars.
Yeah, I would go with that. Maybe more. I lean more towards the Alpha, actually.
The Alpha isn't bad. That's definitely it's a good looking car as well as most of the cars. But I don't know, just maybe it's the livery on the Mondeo, just classic Ford blue and white, which complements the car really well.
We're looking out the back and we're seeing, I think that's Chris Rafala with the headlights ablaze. And he's on, that was his out lap. So,
Oh,
oh, no, actually, I'm just getting out of the way there of,
I don't know if that was intentional though. I saw it looked like some tire smoke, maybe the inside tire locking again.
actually, I've gotten Rafala mixed up with his teammate, Rath. There's too many Mondeos out there.
I think it's because they're the best looking.
Yeah, that's a good theory. It's a good theory. I'll run with that one. I'll run with that one. Oh, as that
Oi, big
is...
spin.
It was that. That was Hum. Yeah, I think... I want to guess that he grabbed the grass on the entry, and that's just...
Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
what it looks like.
It's fine. My vote for the best looking car in British touring cars. It's the Alpha 155. This one being driven by Dre. He actually improves himself up to 8th. Got someone coming out of the pit lane behind him. There we go. Nice big slide. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty crucial corner in this race, even after lap number 1. So,
Yeah, it's definitely the type of corner you'd want to make the move, I reckon.
I think it's just about getting the car slowed down and keeping it stable so you don't bin it. Like, it is a very difficult car because you're trying to downshift. I don't think these cars have auto blip, so you have to blip the throttle as well.
Yeah, you definitely do.
And now there's a lot of things to do in such a short space, and then you're trying to change direction, and these cars obviously have no weight in the back. They do tend to slide very easily.
It is a very wide track by the looks of things, with how small the cars are looking right now.
Yeah, that's true. This will be another crucial point on the track as well. The first of the 2 chicanes. Obviously a chicane. That's where we start seeing a few drivers that might get a little bit greedy with racing room. Of course, if you get a good enough run off of turn number 3, it's quite possible to come up beside and get a move done, but, well, chicanes, very hard to make a clean move. And then, of course, the second chicane, though I'm not convinced we'll see as much action here as what we will in the other chicane. Maybe just drivers making a little mistake here and there. But it's a short track, and I don't think it's a very don't think it has many gradient changes.
Yeah, it seems like a very flat circuit. Apart from all the bumps everywhere, but that's common
character.
and
That's
British.
character.
Yeah, character on British tracks. See them everywhere.
Well, I mean, we can't really complain about British tracks when we have got Bathurst in our country.
Oh,
So
did well to get it stopped there.
he's done very well to pull it up. He's trying to break over, get some rises and falls in the track there. So that's another complication for turn number 3. Interestingly, Dre doesn't seem to like to use a lot of the exit space there. So that's a 107 for Dre. Not quite an improvement, but still got plenty of time. Besides, you sort of want to hold your cards close to your chest for the next session, which is, of course, the more important qualifying session. Well, actually, what would you prefer to do, Jackson? Would you prefer to show your cards early and get a bit of a psychological edge, or would you prefer to...
Well, I always sort of in practice servers, in practice like sessions, and I really don't mind, honestly. I usually will do a bit of both, have a full race run, and then also do a qualifying run. Obviously, like in the qualifying run, you push to do the fastest you can. So whether you do get the edge on other people, I don't think it will have too much of a limit on them, I guess, because the session does change. The times are why it's not up there when they're trying to do their laps. So yeah, I sort of just try and perform for myself, I guess. I don't really worry about what others do.
That's actually not a bad approach. I think he just went in, probably missed his braking marker by a couple of metres there. So we just see Mackenzie
Yeah,
in the Honda Accord coming in behind. Mackenzie's having a bit of a struggle at the moment, but I think Mackenzie not quite as experienced as everyone else on the server at the moment. But,
Mackenzie. That's a familiar face for me. He's quite a young lad. Pretty new to sim racing as well.
Well, I was about to say he's doing the right thing and being very cautious, but he's just binned it there. But, I'm still being responsible, watching his track re-entry. So
yeah, he's definitely come a long way from where he was when he first started. Yeah, that's for sure. I remember being sort of the one who got him into sim racing. And yeah, and he's definitely come a long way, especially in ACC.
we better behave now, because I've just seen Cinder appear in chat, and he's chosen a very odd, don't know how to feel about that emoji. It looks a little bit creepy in a way. Oh, Mackenzie off the track into the fence.
Oh.
Might have to turn off the chat overlay just until we get enough chat messages to wipe that emoji off. It's just staring into my soul. I don't like it.
I'm out.
And Steve driving slowly. How you going, mate? Long time no see. Yeah, I'm pretty good, Steve. It's just miserably cold in Canberra. You know, the normal. The normal.
It's not Canberra if it's not miserably cold. So.
Well, I say it's miserably cold, but then we get to summer and it's just unbearably hot, so we get the worst of both ends.
Yeah.
I think we get a grand total of
South Coast area.
Yeah, I think Canberra we get a grand total of 2 weeks of nice weather per year.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah, that's why everyone tries to move up to Bateman's Bay or something. Anyway.
Oh, don't get me started on Bateman's Bay.
That's
That is
the
not
spirit.
That is not good.
Yeah, because all the Canberrans there. Right. Anyway, we're going to look at the fastest man in this session at the moment. It's Macca. He's still at the top of 104 flat. Although looking at this, he's certainly on the limit there.
Yeah, getting it right up on 2 wheels.
It's fantastic. You love to see it.
Yeah, it's a good sight. Plenty of it around this track.
You know what? I honestly think that Macca is in a very good groove already. I think for me, it's a very early call, but he is my favourite for this round. Just looking at the behaviour of the car, looking at how Macca is controlling it.
Planted.
Certainly on top of it tonight. Cinder, how's the weekend? Was it worth to miss Brandon's hatch? I believe it's Brand's hatch.
Brandon's
hatch. Mate, I was out at Lithgow City Raceway for a championship that I organised in real life. The KZ2 Super Series, and mate, it was unbelievable. From qualifying all the way to the final race, it was just incredible racing. I think the top 7 in qualifying was separated by less than half a second, and the gap between first and second was .003.
Oh wow!
It was just like a KZ day. Well, almost. The series just sort of piggybacks onto the club's club day, so we have other classes running, and it's just a good fun day. It makes racing a shifter kart a little bit more affordable. We're going to focus on Anton Ches. He's quietly moved up the leaderboard while I've been reminiscing about an awesome weekend, and he's currently 5th and looking like as though he's going to improve. Just looking at the behaviour of this car anyway.
No, mate, you're just looking at the car. It's an Alpha.
Mate, I don't actually like Alphas in real life because they break all the time. But Anton's just he's starting to really come to grips with these British touring cars, and he's slowly getting closer to the front every single round. He's got a bit of traffic in front of him this lap, and we see a Mondeo go straight across. And just as I was talking up Anton, he bins it. So there's the first of the commentators' curse. Well, actually, it's probably about the 5th commentator's curse I've given out. So that seems to be my thing, just handing out the curses.
Get a curse, and you get a curse. Everybody gets a curse.
Oh, I was just thinking about that meme right then. Well, you see, in theory, I suppose if I give everyone a commentator's curse, then no one has the curse.
I suppose, yeah. Might be they just blame it on the track.
Well, at least this track's got a little bit more room and a little bit more margin for error than Cadwell Park last week. Well, last round.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, it's a bit of understeer going through turn 3. I certainly don't expect to see cars. Well, I say I don't expect to see cars flying, but that's just going to happen, isn't it?
Someone managed to do it.
Well, it's kind of like because my dad used to do track inspections for well, he was the national track inspector, and he used to say to clubs, don't say that no one will ever go in there, because you point at the most ridiculous point on this circuit and I will find a karter who will be able to put a kart there. And someone usually did.
Oh yeah, that.
Well,
Oh, that was a bit of a. How you going, entry?
I think it was a bit of a late decision. He just took one look at that traffic up ahead and just went, nah.
Yeah, getting himself some clear air. It's always nice.
Oh, here's another new name, Licciardo. Or Licciardo.
Ah, yes, I think I was talking to him a couple of days ago.
Ah, very good. So great to see a couple of new names in the in the series. As it's another Mondeo. Oh god.
Hey, this is my favourite livery of them all. It's a good looking livery.
Yeah, for some reason Valvoline cars do end up looking okay.
I don't know if it's just like the colour scheme or what, but yeah, they always. I don't know, it just goes well, no matter what car you put it on.
I don't really know if I'm actually pronouncing that name right. Is it Licciardo
Yes.
or Licciardo?
Yes, it is Licciardo.
Licciardo, okay, there you go. There you go. Oh, there we go. There's the rear end. It's gone. No, put the foot down. Oh, straight into the way. And that was Chris Raffalo as well. So, well, Chris will be thankful that happened in practice. So, theoretically, it shouldn't happen again tonight, hopefully. Well, we're seeing a bit of Tokyo drift here from McLaughlin in the Volvo. Might be giving it a little bit too much jandle.
Some razzle dazzle.
I'm just trying to find him. He's snuck into the top 10 for practice at the moment. He's got, I think that is Ches behind him. Can't really tell. Well, actually, I can tell. No, it's not Ches. Oh, a bit more of a drift there. I would be surprised if that lap didn't get invalidated, actually. But anyway, he's going to be behind. Actually, don't know who that is. It's a bit deep under brakes, but he's pulled it up.
He actually seemed to hold a very good line for you there.
It's not Richards either. I'm just trying to find out who that is. It's not Walter. Oh god, I'm just going to run through everyone until I find him. Oh, is it Dre?
It is.
I thought Dre was in one of the older Alphas. Never mind. So he gets overtaken by McLaughlin. Not a bad little move there, so there's a passing opportunity I didn't really think of. In fact, I think this race we will see a lot of slipstream battles.
I think undercuts will also be, not like undercuts in the fist, but like trying to get using the exit as an advantage. I think that can also be very good, especially towards the chicanes.
Well, that's a very good point, because a lot of this track is wide open throttle. So as we watch McLaughlin, somehow he's pulled that up as well. I don't know how he's done that. I thought he was going to head off to Ireland for a moment there, but actually I should have done some research on where this track actually is. In fact, I'll just quickly do that. I should have done my research.
On it earlier.
I should be doing my research before. No, it's in England. That's good. Wiltshire.
Yes, it is actually based from a 1941 RAF race, same as the likes of Silverstone and other tracks. It's on the premises of it, like the perimeter.
Well, there you go. I think they just turned all the old RAF bases into racetracks.
Yeah, it's very common.
Oh, I can't think of a better use for old RAF
Well,
bases.
yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not the worst thing they could be used for.
McLaughlin improves up to... Oh, I saw the lap time. Oh, and that was Licciardo there. He's done a full 360 and he'll manage to keep it going.
Just play it off the style.
Like a glove. Well, picked a hell of a way to make your debut anyway. British touring cars, they are very difficult to set up.
I love that sound of them hitting the rev limiter. It's
Oh, any car sounds good on the rev limiter.
classic Australian. If you're not starting the car on the rev limiter, you're not starting it right.
That's it. Sounds like he's using H pattern as well. So he just skipped a gear then. That would be very cool if he is using H pattern and clutch.
I think I remember something him saying something about it when we were talking on the weekend.
Fantastic. Love to see that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's had a snap there. He's kept it off the fence. 360. He's going the wrong way. He's lost.
He's going backwards.
He's
if you've got the track, you have to give up the time gauge.
Formula 1 2019. Not even once. Thank you to the Angry Raisin for following. Hope you're enjoying the stream and hope you enjoy the streams in the future. Let's see if we can't find someone who should be improving this lap. So we got Chris Rafalo. I reckon he's got some cement in this car.
Whoa.
He's held it together quite nicely there. But, I'm willing to bet that, you know, come qualifying, he'll dump a couple of bags of cement out of the car and he'll be right at the top there. 1.2 seconds off the pace is... that's not Chris Rafalo. We'll see what he can do as he is about to cross the line. Right about now, his teammate up ahead does a personal best of a 104.9. That's Dietmar Rath, and Rafalo was unable to improve that lap. So we'll have to wait till qualifying to see what Rafalo can actually do. But if this is actually indicative, Chris is going to be in for a very difficult night. An uncharacteristically difficult night.
Still got the three Renaults taking the top three, but they are spaced by a good 7/10 between first and third. So.
Oh. I think that was a late call to come into the pit lane there because his teammate went in. I don't think he was quite prepared for that. Well, we're actually jumping straight to qualifying now. So
let's see who has first dibs on the track.
Let the fun and games begin. Let's see if we can't find someone who has gone on track first. Well, it looks like Chris Fraser has managed to get on track first, so he's binned it straight away. So
cold tires, cold brakes.
So we'll have to find. Here we go, Macca. And he's managed to make it through turn number 3. So he has the benefit of clear track.
For now.
Well, that's it. It's not always an advantage to get onto the track first because people are still often coming out of the pits when you come around to start your first lap.
And especially on a track like this where slipstreaming will be very predominant, might almost be better to be following someone through the straights as long as you can get by them before the slow turns.
He's got one of the Mondos behind him. I think that might be Rafalo. So that is. Rafalo's got a pretty good guide in front of him. Now we hear some lap traffic still coming out of the pit lane ahead of Macca. I think what will characterise this this event tonight will be overtaking, because the faster the track, the higher the risk of making an overtake. And, the more
And to make
delicate,
a mistake for that matter.
yeah, well, the more delicate your braking foot has to be as well. As he's got Keane just ahead of him. Keane gets right out of the way.
Side.
Very well done. He'll also get out of the way of the Mondo behind. Macca looking good this time round. Picture perfect through the chicane. He goes up through the gears towards the final corner. A little slide. Keeps it together. And he'll stop the clock at 105.4. Not a bad banker lap. Rafalo goes at 105.4 as well. That's incredibly close. Richards will do a 106.4, so he slots into third. As Mac will have traffic in front of him again.
Oh, Walter, P1.
Oh, and Walter up to P1, so great lap by Walter in his first appearance. Unless someone would like to correct me.
It always seems to be that one curve. Cars always like to hit the rev limiter. It's good. Favorite part of the track.
Oh, get another. Let me try and get my words right. Just a few little bumps
Seems
there.
to be the Renaults.
Well, I think it's just those little bumps, and the cars are already at full acceleration, so it's just lifting the wheels a little bit, and that, that peaks the revs a little bit. Does sound good. Oof. Speaking of lifting some wheels, Walter up on two wheels. Macca responds to a 104.4, Ruth a 105 flat. So see if Walter can improve and reclaim the top spot, as Licciardo's off the side of the track there. He is unable to improve, so he remains in third. Ches up to fifth, a 105.5, and he's only a couple of thousandths off, hundredths, off of Rafalo's time, so that'll give him a bit of a confidence boost as well, as we're currently following Dietmar Rath. He's got Keane behind him, and one of the Volvos as well.
Richard's almost a second off fifth place. So, a bit of work to be done there to secure top 5 at the moment.
Still early days in this session. 5.5 left on the clock.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. Doesn't matter if you set the fastest lap on the first lap. It's seeing the fastest lap on the final lap, as we see Mackenzie buried in the tyre barrier there. Keane's actually abandoned that lap and back into the pit lane. Rath has improved up to a 105.06. Richards also improves to a 105.7.
Only
Walter now.
2 tenths off now.
Walter moves up to second. So Walter's starting to improve, or starting to respond to Macca, but still a big gap, half a second between himself and Macca. As you said, Chris Fraser also improved his time up to 7th. And he'll have a bit of traffic in front of him. Volvo of, I want to say that's Williams ahead of him. And we have Walter off the track, so he's decided to call it. And again, we see Mackenzie in the background there, and he's binned it going through turn number 3.
Classic Mackenzie fashion.
Still learning.
Yeah.
Oh, Drave, huge improvement up to 6th. A 105.6 for Dre. Richards goes up to fourth.
Richards goes P4.
And Rath has snuck himself onto the front row. So
4th to 7th is only separated by, what, less than 2/10. That's pretty close there.
that's right. It always seems to be the way. The mid-pack tend to be a lot closer than the front of the field, as the drivers on their outlap doing the right thing, getting out of the way of Dietmar Rath. Have to wait and see what Dietmar stops the clock at. This is looking like a smooth lap, although I think he grabbed a little bit too much curb there. And oh no. Oh no. Being followed by the Windows blue screen. That's a curse. Thanks for the follow, mate. So Dietmar fires it down the main straight again. Doesn't improve. I think that lap got invalidated, if I'm not mistaken. Well, let's see if we can't find Walter. He's just started another lap. We're gonna jump on board. Oh, that frightened me, seeing that Alpha coming across the grass.
Sort of like the MotoGP crash that happened in Austria.
Oh, that was a shocker.
That was
I would be very
Rossi
surprised.
And
Vinales.
Yeah, very lucky to have that go through the gap between them.
I'll be very surprised if MotoGP ever goes back to Red Bull Ring. That was too close.
Yeah, that was that very easily could have been very deadly.
Well, I think one of the bikes actually went over the top of Vinales as well.
And then the other one, yeah, just straight through them. That was.
Well, MotoGP, Walter does not improve that time round. Just about to say, MotoGP actually put up a photo of Vinales at lean with both hands off the wheel, covering his head, as Thornton up to second. So huge improvement there.
Yeah.
2/10 off of Macca. We've got 1:30 to go.
And his call to quits there.
He's going to go out.
No,
He'll have enough time. He'll have enough time to get around again. Dietmar Rath is in the pits as well. Like, he wouldn't want to leave it too long. Just keep in mind, it's about 1:05 to get around the circuit. So Thornton will have one more go. But I'm interested to see if Macca, this man right here, I want to see if he can improve his lap time and just stretch out that advantage over the rest of the field. And he'll get another go as well. In fact, he's going to slow down, give himself a bit of space. He's got, who's that behind him? That's Dre behind him. So Dre's on a fast lap. He shouldn't impede Dre. So keep an eye on the clock. I'd say Dre was on an out lap as well. Jeez, the gap is tight between 6th and 8th.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. We've got 12 times set on our leaderboard, but I'm pretty sure we have more than 12 drivers on track at the moment. Well, there we go. We have 13 on our leaderboard. So Williams gets up into 11th, Keane into 10th. A bit of oversteer there for Macca. That'll cost him just a few tenths. So he's got it all to do in these last few sectors.
He looks very lax through that last chicane there.
The car
Didn't
just
look to be
looks
pushing too hard.
No, the car looks on rails through that final chicane. Bit of a slide again through the final corner. What does he do? He does not improve. So that's not the button I wanted to press. There we go. So we're going to quickly look at the start-finish line. We have, that's Christopher Fraser. He improves, but doesn't improve his final position. Got, looks like the Renault of Thornton. Can he put it on pole? No, he doesn't. So there it is. that is the end of qualifying. So Macca puts it on pole position again with a 104.4, 0.2 of a second faster than Thornton in another one of the Renaults, making an all Renault front row. We go on to row number 2, and we have Walter in his first appearance, to my knowledge, with British touring cars. And starting beside him will be Dietmar Rath. Anton Ches, he's got Chris Rafalo starting beside him, so, well, we'll see what Ches can do, whether he can hold him off. But just want to bring something to everyone's attention. Have a look at the ballast on Dietmar Rath's car, 82 kilos. And Chris Rafalo, 60 kilos. Thornton, 59. Macca, 54. And Anton Ches also carrying 48 kilos. We're going to move on, keep moving down through the grid. So Richards, he set the 7th fastest lap of the race, while Dre will start beside him on row number 4. Chris Fraser and Keane will round out the top 10 and the 5th row of the grid. We'll go over the page now and we'll see a few more drivers. A couple of drivers weren't able to set some time, so Williams in the first of the Volvos, we're making it all Volvo row 6 with McLaughlin starting beside him. McLaughlin, interestingly, doing qualifying on hard tyres. I'm sure he is now aware of that and probably kicking himself right now. So we have Hum on row 7, starting beside Licciardo. Meredith very far down. Meredith, very surprised to see Meredith that far back, actually. Then we have Mackenzie and Fletcher will be the last of our starters, unless we have someone else who hasn't. No one's turned up in the server. So there you have it. We have 17 cars on the track racing. Let's head down to the grid. There we go. What a field. Just ignore that red Mustang at the back there in front of Fletcher's Vauxhall. That'll hopefully get out of the way in time. As well, we have 10 seconds to go. Very quickly, everyone. Want your predictions? Bit late now. We have 6 lights on and 6 lights out, and we are away and racing. It's a tidy start from the front row. Macca gets a blinder of a start. Chris Rafalo gets a blinder of a start. Thornton has absolutely made a meal of the start. He falls backwards. And they're already fanning out to 4 and 5 while we have cars. Oh, that was very tight. Here we go into the first, well, turn 2 and turn 3. Are they all going to get through cleanly?
Macca's currently second. Someone's got him around the outside there.
Oh, there we go. Let's go to the broadcast now. So, in fact, it's Walter at the front. So,
Ripper of a start.
Well, I was going to say Macca's going to be hard to look past, but then Walter's come out and just absolutely... Well, we got cars off the track in the background there. Trying to find who it is. It is Williams, and he gets cleaned up by Licciardo. Oh, that was a huge hit. So, Licciardo, I think he might have been maybe focusing on the rear vision mirror rather than what was ahead of him, and that's what's caused that. We're going to head back to the front. Look at that. The whole field is still really close. Macca has managed to get in front. He's got in front of Walter, so we've missed that, unfortunately. And sadly, no replay function either, but he's got Rath up beside him. They're going to go 2 wide into turn number 2 and 3. Give each other plenty of room. Rath's going to pull out of it.
Out there.
Oh, but Macca in deep.
Wide. Oh.
So Rath will have a run going up into the first of the chicanes. Who's going to be the first to blink? It's... Oh, they're going 2 wide. Oh, Macca, he is determined to lead this race, but Rath will get him on the switchback. But that was brought Walter and Ches into the battle as well, and Walter's going to go up the inside of Macca. And so Macca has cost himself 2 positions by fighting so hard.
Maybe even a third here, depending on what Ches decides to do here.
Ches got very close back there. Oh, Rafalo up the inside of Thornton there. It hasn't worked out for him. As we're going to try and look at the back of Thornton's Renault at Rafalo. Rafalo's now defending from Dre and Richards. Dre up the inside. Oh, clouts him. And Dre and Rafalo. Rafalo hits the wall, but Dre's come off much, much worse. He's facing the wrong way. So, just going to try and find him. He's just starting to recover now. Rafalo's dropped down to 8th after that.
Ricardo and Williams in the pit.
Yeah, those two guys have got a lot of damage, although Ricardo's just come out on track in front of Dre. And in fact, he's driving off track to get out of Dre's way.
Rallycross.
Yeah.
British Rallycross Championship.
Can be like that sometimes, can't it? If you tuned in to watch British Touring Cars, sorry, we got British Rallycross instead.
Support category.
Support category. Well, Ratha's he's got a comfortable gap now. 7/10 to Walter, and Macca's, although Rathy's gone wide, that's going to help both Walter and Macca here. In fact, he's got an absolute slew of Renaults behind him, and then the solitary Alpha of Ches. Well, did we just lose someone? Nope.
Did we?
I thought I saw someone.
No, we had 17. We had 17 starters. Everyone seems to be still there.
Yeah, I just thought we had someone disappear then. But fastest lap of the race for Thornton. Walter's just starting to claw back a little bit of time on Rath. So make their way out of the first chicane. A lot of curb there.
Ricardo's back in the pits.
Yeah, I think Ricardo's had another bin. Oh, Walter very wide there.
Still manages to keep on the track.
Yeah, but he's vulnerable to
definitely giving
Macca.
Macca a chance.
Well, the thing is about this circuit, because it is such a fast circuit, it is a momentum circuit. So the moment you lose any sort of momentum, you're going to go backwards very, very quickly. Although Macca just runs in deep. And now Macca's going to be vulnerable to Thornton as we swap to Macca's rear view camera. In fact, they're side by side already going up into the first corner. Oh, Macca didn't want to let his teammate through there. Gave him a bit of a squeeze. In fact, huge shout out to Meredith there. He's come from pretty well last on the grid, and he's now sitting 6th as well. Rallycross. That could be why. He won't want to do that too often because, well, you can see just beside the timing board there, we have our cut warnings. So every single driver will have one of them. If you cut the chicanes too often, you'll get a drive-through penalty. In fact, that Renault is not looking very settled. As Richards and Rafalo are coming back on him now. As Anton Ches at 1:04.9.
Rafalo's done a really good job to keep 8th place after having that contact that put him in the wall.
I think Rafalo is one of those drivers that just can drive around problems. As we see
And
Ricardo.
Ricardo up again.
Yes. They're not easy cars to drive. I cannot stress that enough to everyone watching. It's not an easy job to drive these cars. So we're going to jump on board with Chris Rafalo now as he chases down Richards in the first of the Volvos. I think this is a pretty good surge in oh, Meredith off the track. I was just about to say that Richards is doing really well. He's got one of the hardest drivers to keep behind, right up behind him as well. Farlow does not mind having a bit of a send.
Oh, using the inside most line of that corner.
And Anton Ches, fastest man on track. He was fastest last lap, and now he's set the fastest lap of the race as well. So we've got to keep an eye on Anton Ches. So Rafalo, oh, Richards runs wide. Will that give Rafalo a chance? They're coming up on lap traffic. That's McKenzie. Just not close enough this lap, but see him just moving around in the braking zone, just to try and maybe keep the pressure on Richards. trying to sort of play to sort of use Richard's peripheral vision against him.
Yeah.
Just by ducking out in the braking zone, because I'm sure most of these guys will have the virtual mirror on.
Just showing the nose where he'll see it and trying to use it to put him off, I guess.
He's got a...
Dropping back.
They're dropping back. Raffaello has to get around Richards now. Otherwise he won't be able to catch up. Although with 8 laps out of 11 down,
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to catch up. This is just going to be for pride for Raffaello. But, oh, I just seen a little battle brewing here. We got Anton Ches right on the back of Thornton and Macca.
He has caught up very fast.
Ches has
he was 8/10 back last lap, or the lap before that, sorry.
He's been fastest man on the track for a couple of laps in a row now. As we see the two Renaults starting to get very close with each other.
Oh.
Drops a wheel off, but he manages to keep it together. So we swap back to trackside. This trio here, they're all battling for 3rd position here. Ches looks like he's lost a little bit of momentum there. Walter at 1:04.7, so he's now the fastest man of this leading, was it quintet? Yeah, quintet.
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
So these 5 have really just gapped the rest of the field. 6 seconds to the Richards-Raffaello battle. In fact, Raffaello's just seeing the background there. He's still right at the back of the Volvo.
That is an awesome sound with all those cars going across the bumps there.
It really is. Oh, Raffaello's doing everything he can to try and force Richards into a mistake. Richards is driving really well at the moment. Just as I say that, he outbrakes himself slightly. But he's managed to keep it on track, so... Let's see if we can't get the right camera. There we go. So that's what Richards is seeing right now.
Macca with the fastest lap now.
Yeah, 1:04.5 for Macca. Gap.
Almost as good as his quali time. In fact, it might even be better by a couple hundreds.
I was just keeping an eye on the difference between Walter and Ruth, and that has come down. Look at this. 3 of them all battling for first. Macca's had
Thornton has been left behind by the 3.
So I think Ruth may have made a mistake, because I saw that gap. It just started to drop rapidly in the last few seconds. So...
shaping up to be a very good last lap. Action-packed.
Well, Thornton's actually coming back, and he's closed the gap onto... Oh, no. You know what? I have just cursed Richards. He is going to hunt me down now.
Oh, that's not going anywhere.
No, that looked very terminal. I'd say he's had it coming together with Licciardo.
Yeah.
And look at this. Macca and Thornton, they're side by side. We're watching Macca at the moment. He's got the inside line. He's grabbed the grass. So Macca now up to
right there.
He's managed to hang on to 3rd, but that has cost both these guys any chance of fighting for the lead. And now Ches is brought back into the battle for 3rd. So anything can happen here. We'll definitely try and keep an eye on there. Sorry to everyone else in the field. I know that Hum and Meredith are close as well. Definitely at the conclusion of this race, we'll quickly swap over to that battle. Ruth coming through the final chicane now. He looks like he's done enough to hold off Walter.
Yeah, 5/10 back. There's not much he can do at this late with only 1 corner left to go unless there's a mistake.
So Dietmar Rath will take out the first race tonight, followed closely by Walter. Macca will come out on top of the Macca-Thornton-Ches battle. Let's swap over to this battle here. We got Hum. He's defending vigorously from Meredith. I think Hum has done enough as well. Raffaello was... I don't know what has happened between Richards and Ricciardo. But Rafalo has managed to finally get his man.
Yeah.
Well, actually, let's see. Have we got anyone doing any reverse donuts? Doesn't look like it. Everyone's
Is
just
that a
returned to
common
pits.
occurrence, or?
It is.
Oh, okay.
We might see that after the final race, as everyone's being rather professional tonight.
I think the word you're looking for is rather boring.
Professional. Yes. Well, there you go. Let's have a look at the results. I think we've got 1 or 2 drivers still on track. Nope. I'd say they're all about to finish. So here are the final standings for race number 1. So you have Detmer Rath on top, although he was pushed all the way to the end by Walter, Macca, Thornton and Ches. So that's what you want to start off a night of racing, a good 5-way battle for the lead. Rafalo, it's not looking like his night tonight. I'm absolutely stunned that I'm saying that. Although reverse grid race, he might be able to pull something out of the bag for race number 2. Then we have Hum, Meredith, McLaughlin and Fraser all rounding out the top 10. Great drive by Meredith to come from, I think it was 17th on the grid to finish 8th. So definitely looking for driver of the race there. Interestingly, Thornton running on hard tyres. Over the page, we then have Dre, Keane, and I've lost my screen for some reason. Why have I lost my screen? Never mind. I'm sure it'll come good. Dre, Keane, Fletcher, Richards, and McKenzie. That's your top 15. So McKenzie manages to sneak in a top 15. I think that's his best finish. Then we have Williams and Ricciardo. Ricciardo definitely being in the wars that race. Right, let's see if we can't fix it. There we go, fixed it. That's not the camera I wanted, but anyway, we'll get this all set up for race number 2. The field, oh my God. I have not got my pilot's license for camera operating just yet. I don't think they'll ever allow me to have one anyway.
They need to move from the this to the Jones. I've heard that the Jones for cameras are very good.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever see them in real life, just because there is too much of a risk of them falling onto the track.
Man, that'd be a sight to see.
Now, something I saw before the stream started, and it really greatly entertained me.
Surfing dominance.
Look at that! Everyone's in T-pose.
Oh man, it looks like something out of Gary's mod.
It certainly does, and then we got this one Marshall. He didn't want to be left out, so good for him. Actually, is he a Marshall?
They communicate. They're communicating.
Oh, absolutely fantastic! Right,
Sacred language.
So here is the starting grid for race number 2. We have Williams and McKenzie on the front row. Richards, Fletcher, Keane, Dre, Fraser, McLaughlin, Meredith and Hum. That's your top 10. Over the page, we've got Rafalo, Ches, Thornton, Macca, Walter and Rath. And if he manages to get into the server, a bit too late now. Ricciardo will be starting off of the back row of the grid. So quickly in chat, who is your pick for this race? For me, I'm going to go with Rafalo. I reckon he always comes good.
I think Rafalo is a strong competitor in the reverse grid.
Well, 6 lights on and 6 lights out. We are away and racing. Good start from the Volvo. And a shocking start from the Volvo on the second row. Keane actually manages to get through up to 3rd place. Forgot about Keane, as we're going to race up towards turn 2 and 3. Let's see if they all get through. They're 3 and 4 wide. Further in the pack, that's Meredith almost going around. Does he keep it? Oh, what a save, but does he keep it?
Oh my.
Wow. That could have been so much worse to only have 2 drivers off. That looks like Christopher Fraser and Fletcher in the Vauxhall. Let's go to the broadcast. Hum, a drive-through penalty for jumping the start. But McKenzie is out in front. He has got Dre just behind him. We'll see how long McKenzie can hold off Dre. Maybe
I
Mackenzie.
reckon Dre could be good for a win here.
He could be as well. He's looking up the inside. Oh, Mackenzie's had to go grass cutting.
Took too much.
He just got a little bit spooked by Dre, I think.
And Dre's going to shoot it down the inside here.
No, he actually backs out of it.
He pulls out.
Pulls out of it. So this is bad for Dre because he's getting backed up into the field. Have a look at that snarling pack behind.
McLaughlin looking to...
and to make things worse, Hum has now got a 10-second stop-go penalty for speeding in pit lane to serve his drive-through penalty for jumping the start. Oh, we got a car around that. Looks like Anton Ches. And we've got a couple of cars going 3 wide into the first chicane. This is not going to end well. Mackenzie has just lost the lead to Dre. In fact, that's all kicking off. Rafalo's in there somehow. Keen's in there. They're 3 wide. Oh, God. Keen's off the track.
Keen's off the road.
And Williams has parked it coming out of the first chicane. I want to...
Drag racing is getting ready.
So, Dre... Oh, we got another car off the track. That's Mackenzie.
Yeah.
He was doing so well. We got cars off the track everywhere. Walter's involved. Fraser's involved. Oh, it's all kicking off. Reverse grid races are always exciting to watch. Probably not exciting to be a part of. And Rath goes... Oh, he splits the needle. Or threads the needle there, sorry. Splitting hairs.
And look at that. Rath very early into race. Looking good for a win.
McLaughlin's fighting. He's sideways. Meredith's going to get in there. Switchback from McLaughlin. And McLaughlin will get back up into second place. Rafalo's going to try and sneak up the inside of Meredith into the first chicane. He's got it as well. That looks like Ches off well wide. He had to present his pass to get back onto the circuit. That's how wide he was. Hum has just taken his 10-second stop-go penalty. It never rains, but it does pour. Poor guy. Right, Rath is now back into second. Rafalo's going to sneak into third. Meredith will go into fourth, so McLaughlin, he's dropped quite a few places that time round. All this is just giving Dre a huge advantage.
Yeah, 3.3 seconds.
It just takes one mistake.
Yeah.
As here's Rafalo trying to look up the inside of his teammate. We'll jump on board, had the right camera for a second there. And Mackenzie stop-go penalty for speeding in pit lane. Rafalo dive bombs up the inside of his teammate. Rath will just do a switchback, get back into second. And oh, that's Hum who spun around there. So
day goes from bad to worse to terrible. Yes.
Meredith very wide, well wide. Oh, Rafalo's just sideswiped Hum.
You know what? Is that gap's down to 2.3 seconds, 2.1 seconds now. Jeez, so that's come down about a second lap.
So even though Rath and Rafalo are fighting each other like crazy,
still catching Dre.
Yeah. Swarm of wild Mondayos from Bullermeister. Feared Fellow Gaming, someone bloody hit me. So.
Yes, that is Mackenzie.
Yeah.
That's in the chat.
Oh, that's Mackenzie just coming out of the pits as well. Oh, that's an awkward place as well.
Yeah, he just slows down and let them pass.
And Thornton around! Oh. Keep the pedal into it, son! That almost paid off for him. I'm glad we watched Thornton.
Flat out.
Yeah. He's actually going to drop down behind Macca. So Macca has not had a good start to this race. In comparison to at least Rafalo and Rath, who are now 1.5 seconds off of Dre. So the gap is coming down. Time is just being absolutely stripped out of Dre at the moment. And Dre is not exactly a slouch driver either.
It's down to almost under, is down to under a second after this last corner, I'd say. Yep, there we are.
Well, it's one thing to catch, another thing to pass.
Yeah.
So we're going to ride on board with Wrath. Look at the confidence he has. That car is really stable.
Yeah, it just goes where it wants it. Oh, Dre with a mistake there, running right.
Looked like as if Dre just tried to carry his braking all the way through to the change of direction, whereas Wrath is getting it slowed down earlier than that. Now Dre running wide. That's going to open the door for Wrath. Oh, touch of rear bars. Up the inside goes Wrath, sorry. On Dre. And now Dre's going to be vulnerable. He's lost the momentum. And Rafalo will be all over.
That helps out Wrath, because Wrath has now got a 1.3 second gap over Rafalo.
And Dre just backs out of it. So...
trying to preserve a podium.
I'm surprised he didn't fight for that one. But anyway. We've got a three-way battle brewing here. We have Keane off the track. Where's Keane? Oh, he's gone off the track on the right-hand side of the main straight. So, well, Keane had a fantastic start. But, middle of the
Perhaps
race
he just collected the grass on the exit and just spun it around.
Yep. That's all it takes sometimes. Ches, he's had a bit of a shock of a race as well. He's just been involved in, I think, every single accident you can think of. And Thornton will just hand that position to him. And he'll also lose a position to Walter. Ah, Mackenzie. Has he got another 10-second stop-go penalty for speeding?
I don't know if he served it the first time.
Don't really know. As now Dietmar Wrath, fastest lap of the race. 105.3, Rafalo 105.5. So Wrath is in absolute control of this race. Meredith now on the back of McLaughlin. This is for 4th position. McLaughlin goes in deep.
There, you can hear it.
Oh. How close do you want it?
Meredith's gonna, yeah.
He gave McLaughlin no choice.
Yeah. Backed out of it, but maybe he's backed out of it too much. 1 second immediately after that move. That's you're not going to be able to fight for the switchback from that far back. So.
Oh, not in a chicane.
Fighting it around. Oh.
I think honestly, just the best thing to do if someone's up the inside of you for the chicane, you got to let them have it before the braking zone so you can file in behind them. They'll lose less time now. Now Wrath is stretching the legs of that Mondeo. 104.8. Meanwhile, this battle continues. Well, it's actually just started. Richards is now trying to hold off the Alpha of Anton Ches. Headlights ablaze for the Alpha. And Walter's actually fighting his way into contention for this battle as well.
Ches with the much tighter line there. Also has really closed up on. Oh, I thought I was sliding there, but no, it's just how the track goes.
Ches has got a little bit of a run here. Moving around.
Just backs up a little bit.
He's just trying to put a little bit of pressure.
Up the inside here.
He's got the overlap, and Richards
gets it done.
Has to back out of it, but he didn't quite slide in early enough, and that's going to leave him vulnerable to Walter. As we now join on board with Walter.
Oh, bit wide off the apex there, Richards was.
There we go. So Walter gets the switchback done. In fact, we have a Volvo Estate now joining the track. That must be Simmons.
Yeah.
He's joined just in time for the end of race 2. Then he can leave this serve and jump into the next one.
Any seat time is good seat time, so they say.
Well, that's it. And I should be a little bit more familiar, but I can't remember. Do you get points for finishing in 17?
I believe you would. I believe they'd have it the. Oh, actually, it might be top 15 that gets points.
Oh, well, seat time is good seat time.
Yeah.
Chris Fraser now, it's his turn on the back of the non-estate Volvo. Richards gets a much stronger exit. We're now onto the final lap. And Dietmar Rath with 2.7 seconds over Chris Rafalo. This is looking like a clean sweep for Dietmar. Bullermaster just confirming in chat there, top 15 get points. Thanks for that, Bullermaster. Well, let's join our leader. He's done it from the very back, and he'll make it 2 from 2 for round number 5, with one race left to go. As Dietmar rounds the final corner, and he will take out race number 2. So well done to Dietmar Rath. He certainly had to do it the hard way. Chris Rafalo will finish in second, but Dre will get a podium. If I'm not mistaken, that's his first podium of the series.
Oh, is that reverse? Yeah, it is.
That is reverse donuts.
Yeah.
And we're going to get cleaned up by Renault there.
Oh, back's on.
So, there you have it. Oh, jeez.
Oh, Meredith has been
we're having a bit of a traditional... It's really a tradition in sim racing, isn't it? Just to do a couple of bins after the checkered flag.
What did the supercars call? I think it was the expression session.
Expression session, or if you're Mark Winterbottom, put the car into the wall while doing a donut.
Or if you're Jamie Whincup, get it stuck on the inside of Simmons' planes while I have to do something special.
Yes. Right, here are the results for race number 2. We have one more race to go tonight, so don't go anywhere. So, Dietmar Rath from the very back all the way to the front. He takes out...
Fast performance.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant performance. Driver of the race for Dietmar. Chris Rafalo, he bounces back after a tough race 1 to finish second. Dre, well-deserved third position. Meredith and McLaughlin will round out the top 5. Macca, Ches, Walter, all three of those guys really had a tough race. They got involved in a couple of incidents. Speaking of incidents, actually Meredith was 90 degrees sideways into turn number 2, and he managed to save turn number 3. Sorry, and he managed to save that. So, yeah, well done. Then we have Fraser and Richards who round out the top 10. Over the page we have Thornton, Fletcher, Keane, Hum, and Mackenzie. That rounds out the points. So Mackenzie, you've actually got 2 points tonight. So well done, keep it up, mate. Then you got Williams, Simmons, and then Williams. And that rounds out the runners for that race. We didn't see Licciardo make it into the server for race number 2. That's a bit of a shame. But anyway, we're going to take a very, very quick break while we get set up for race number 3. Jackson, who was your pick for drive of the race?
I think Rath was I think is the obvious choice. From the back to the front in race 2, and then obviously the win in the 5-way battle in race 1. I think is just masterclass the round from this point.
Well, yep, it's hard to go past Dietmar. He's got 2 from 2.
Yeah, and I think he's definitely looking at making it a 3-time when it comes to the final race. I'd like to see Thornton. He's got some pace. Whether he can convert that, still got to wait and see. But I think it's definitely possible. And then obviously Macca with the pace is a worthy contender as well. So, but yeah, obviously Rath showing the 2 wins, I think is on for a 3rd one.
Well, we are back at the track. That while we're waiting for race number 3 to get started, love to hear from you in chat. Your pick for drive of race 1 and race number 2. And well, let's get brave. Let's try and pick a winner for race number 3, because surely the whole field is not going to let Dietmar get the first clean sweep. Right now we're just waiting on everyone to populate the server. That is not what I wanted at all. So I got some major talking points from the first 2 races. Has to be turn number 2 and turn number 3. It's certainly seen a lot of action in the last 2 races.
Yeah, a lot of people running too wide into turn 2.
It's all about getting that braking distance right, and certainly Ruff has got that down pat. Looking at the leaderboard already, Chris Ruffalo 104.5. That, I think that was faster than his qualifying time, and almost faster than Macca's time, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think Macca's time was a 104.5.
Just out of curiosity. Yep, everyone's.
I think it might have been a 104.54 that Macca put in qualifying.
Yeah, just I thought everyone's doing the T-pose around the circuit. Not a lot of spectators. Good to see everyone's acknowledging social distancing. Without social distancing. Perfect. No, actually, they're not T-posing. They're just making sure they're doing social distancing.
Yeah, isn't it like arms spread apart?
Yeah, that's it. No, those 2, they're failing. And those 2, yeah. You know what? I won't tell if you don't.
That is not a good idea. Yeah.
Good old bad aids.
Cops are tops. You know, they're onto it.
Yeah.
On the pointer of COVID, have you ever had a COVID test?
I have. It's very, very, very uncomfortable.
Yes, I had my first one on Friday last week. It was yeah. It's not comfortable.
Well, we've just jumped straight into the qualifying session. I've almost missed that while flying around the circuit. Let's see if we can't bring up someone who was quick at the gate. It's usually Chris Fraser. No, it's not Chris Fraser this time. It's usually Chris Ruffalo as well who gets out first, and he has got a nothing but clear track ahead of him. So, and he was looking good in that practice session, or warm-up session, whatever you'd like to call it. So I'm willing to bet that Ruffalo has found something.
Also, you might want to chuck up the screen share, because when you went to change server,
whoops. Yep. Thank you for that.
Nah, it's all good.
I think that's the one. There we go.
Yeah, perfect.
Gotta remember that. I better write another note. So here we go. Chris Ruffalo. He's about to start the stopwatch. Well, not really stopwatch, but you know what I mean.
Stopwatch.
Yeah, start the timing loop.
Yep, there we are.
So we'll jump on board with Chris riding on top of the roof.
What do they call it in supercars? I think it was a hamburger cam or something like that.
That's the one.
Yep.
Well, the car's looking a lot more stable for Chris in this session than what it was in the... Oh, look at that.
Whoa, that was
quick.
That was quick, yeah.
Very aggressive.
This could be a blinder of a lap time.
Could be. Wait and Let's see though, it's not over yet. Dips a wheel off, that won't hurt him too much, I don't think. God, what's a chicane? See if he's had any track cuts or track limit breaches there. But no, this car is looking 100 times more stable than what it was in the first two races tonight. 104 flat.
flat.
There you go. Get in there, Chris.
Rath
So,
with a 104.5. That is a mega lap time.
and straight
Oh,
away,
Mac
Macca,
has responded.
104.09. So someone has put both Rafalo and Macca into party mode. And they're both on it. Oh, car didn't look that stable that time. Hum goes up into fourth, Keen into fifth. Ooh.
I think Keynes was a out lap though, because that was only 17 seconds off the pace.
I don't. I got very nervous there because it looked like the 32 Mondeo was about to go to Narnia.
Yeah.
In fact, Rafale is actually pulling off the track. Not happy with that lap.
Might have been following the yellow brick road.
We're going to follow Rath to the end of this lap. He doesn't improve. But Ken Macca doesn't improve either. What about Thornton? He's coming up to the final chicane now. Again, another driver that just looks like as though he's just taking those chicanes flat. No, he ran a little bit wide. Simmons now up to 6. Mackenzie 8th. Walter into the top 5. So Walter's buried in some traffic up ahead, I think. Thornton will not improve. And Rath has gone off the track somewhere. Try and follow. Had someone off the track there. That was Mackenzie in the Honda.
It's an awesome sound. I cannot get over that.
Rather just to park the camera here for a run. So, watching Walter now, he's got one of the Volvos ahead of him. That's Simmons, currently 7th on the standings. So Walter will be wanting Simmons to be a bit of a mate here and just pull out of the way. McLaughlin gets out of the way in the other Volvo. At least I think that's, yeah, it is McLaughlin. Ches up to 5th now. So Walter improves, but he doesn't improve his position. He's actually going to pull off and get out of this traffic and get some new tyres while he's at it. So now Chris Fraser up into the top 5. Who did I just see? Richards into P8. So everyone's starting to put in some competitive times now.
Macca still hasn't improved. He's still, what, 5 hundredths off Rafalo.
He's not going to improve driving off the track there, but never know.
Well,
It's a Renault. So Mac, whoa, a 103.9.
oh,
I had a
never
feeling.
mind.
I had a feeling we were going to see a 3 tonight. Well, after Rafalo's first time, but now Macca does a 103.9. So, yeah.
All right, let's see if Rafalo can respond to that.
Well, he's just come out on track. I'd say he's just seen that and probably just gone, okay.
To the track I go.
He usually does that. He sets a really good time, then sits in the pit lane and just waits.
For his prey.
Waits, prays, probably the same thing. He might even just be sitting back and analysing data if he's probably got data. He's got McLaughlin. No, that's not McLaughlin. Must be Williams just behind him. So Farlow might want to get out of. Oh no, he's actually going to pull away from him on the outlap. So just see. Just see if Rafalo can improve this lap. In fact, we'll jump on board with him. Go in car. So here we go. Can Rafalo, actually Macca has already undercut his own time to a 103.7, so just when you think these guys can't go any faster, they go faster.
Rafalo has some very weirdly shaped hands.
Yeah, camera's not really positioned perfectly, but I'll have to work out how to change that. Oh, just didn't get that bump right. He'll get another 2 laps in, I reckon. So even if he messes this lap up, Rafalo will know where he's made a mistake and know where to improve. That would have been on the limit of track limits.
Yeah.
Now into the final corner. Thornton improves up to 3rd. So Rafalo does get into the 103s, but not enough to get in front of Macca. Does secure a spot on the front row. Richards also improves up to P5 in the Volvo. See if Thornton can respond. No, he won't be able to respond that time. But he will get another lap in, I think. I don't know what he's actually doing there. And Chris Fraser's just parked it there. So
there was a deal with the British Touring Car Championships. For them to race at Combe, they had to mow the grass, the greenery for them. So he's gone out of his way to seal the deal.
Well, there you go. So Richards has been driving pretty well tonight, I have to say, in the Volvo. Certainly impressed me tonight.
Yeah, he got unfortunate in that last race though with the contact with Ricciardo.
Well, we think it's contact.
Oh well,
not
yeah, we
really
think
sure.
it was, but
well, certainly hope that there wasn't any contact with himself and Ricciardo. But, sometimes those things do happen.
Yes, sometimes it's very almost completely unavoidable.
Yep, so Richards is going to have to park at this lap. He won't improve. Rafalo, he's looking for 2/10. And this is his final lap. Tips it into the final chicane. Very aggressive. Actually, that's the first chicane by the looks of things. It is.
Yeah.
So we'll stick with Rafalo. Oh, God, he's aggressive. 2 wheels through the second chicane. Absolutely spectacular to watch.
You would think he would improve, but...
Well, smooth is quick. It's looking very smooth, and it's not quick enough. So...
unlucky.
So Macca, he raises the bar again. 103.7. That's almost a second faster than what he did in the first qualifying session.
That is crazy.
It's damn aliens. That's all it is. Anyway, let's reposition the camera and we'll go through the grid for you. So Chris Rafalo will line up on the front row next to Macca with a 103.9, the only other driver to get into the 103. So well done to both those guys for really raising the bar again. In fact, oh, that's interesting. There's no ballast on those 2 cars. And that could be why they're in the 103s. Thornton and Rath will make up row number 2, while Ches and Richards will start off 5th and 6th. Walter and Fraser off of 7th and 8th. Then you'll see Meredith in 9th and McLaughlin rounds out the top 10. Over the page, we have got Dre and Hum, then Keane, Fletcher, and Simmons rounding out the top 15. Williams and Mackenzie will round out the field. Thought we'd have a few more in the server for this race, but well, 17 cars on the grid for this race. To see actually Mackenzie in the chat there, lamenting that he was so close to a 107. Mate, keep at it. Don't give up.
If you didn't get it in qualifying, get it in the race.
That's it. Race is just another practice session.
Well, yeah.
So, let's hear it from you guys in chat. Who's your pick to take out race number 3 of round 5? Mackenzie, me. I agree. Mackenzie will win this race from the very back. It's been done. If Dietmar Rath can do it, anyone can do it. So
let's see what type of start Raffaello gets, if he can capitalise off the start.
Oh, here we go. 6 lights on. Oh, Mackenzie's jumped the start.
Mackenzie's jumped the start.
And we are away and racing. And it's a decent start from Macca off the front row. Raffaello also gets a decent run. Headlights ablaze for, looks like Thornton in the second of the Renaults. Let me just try and learn how to pilot this thing again. As we're looking at about 3 wide minimum going into turn number 2 and 3. And it looks like everyone's gotten through cleanly, although we got a Mondeo sideways. That would have been Rath. Let's go to the broadcast. So Mackenzie, drive-through penalty. Mate, watch your speed on the way into the pit lane, please. I don't want to see you getting jump start penalties. Well, let's have a look at this gaggle of insanity here. They're 3 wide still. We got a Alpha. And Hum and Dre being spun around there. So yeah. Hugely unfortunate for those 2 guys.
Bullermeister says Macca for the win.
Well, Chris Fraser's had a good start. He's up into 5th place. But there's a massive gap between himself and Rath. Received Meredith run off the track again. He just manages to rejoin safely. As the field goes streaking around him, Keane not sure which way to go, but he'll go up the inside and Meredith back down to 11th.
And Mackenzie diving into pits there to serve that penalty.
Yep, and Simmons getting the run. He's going to get both Meredith and Keane sideways going down the straight over the crest. And Simmons, pull it up. He's done well. Yeah. Will he keep the position because Keane's made a meal of turn number 3 as well? Looks like the Volvo will stay ahead. He does. So, great move there. And Meredith in the background there.
That was a bit optimistic.
That was very, I think that might have been a cut. Just gonna go with that one.
It'd be silly not to think so.
Yeah. Oh, you know, we got a car off the track. Oh, that's another one of the Volvos. So Richards. And Meredith has really cut the course there. Hasn't really gained anything. So, geez, a nightmare run just keeps on going for Meredith. Don't know what's going on with him this round, but it just has not worked out for him. Meanwhile, at the front, Raffaello, he must have gone for a move there, but he's made a mistake.
Mac has come back and Thornton might capitalise here.
Raffaello just leaves him enough room.
Oh, no. Yeah, Thornton's going to go around.
Oh, you're joking.
Outside.
Mackenzie's got a 10-second stop go for speeding in pit lane.
Oh,
no.
Contact there between the 2. Unlucky Mackenzie. That's you hate to see it.
Yeah. Fortunately, those penalties are being handed out by the game or by the app.
Yeah.
So just crawl through pit lane, buddy. Just crawl through it. Well, these 4 guys have really just skipped away from the rest of the field.
Mac has skipped away from the battle pack there. Yeah. Almost up to 2 seconds now.
Yeah, Macca's starting to get into a rhythm, and Raffaello trying to go around the outside into turn number 2. Can't quite get the overlap. So Thornton will be able to keep second place. Ruth all over the back of Rafalo now too. Just looking down the timing screen, trying to find any more close battles out there, but this is really the tightest battle on track at the moment. So we jump on board with Ruth now. So he looks at the back of his teammate there. Ruth's going to have to work pretty hard if he wants the trifecta tonight, I think. We're seeing drivers set their personal bests. Fletcher almost into the 105s. Look at that's a very liberal approach to track limits through the chicanes for Rafalo. Must be pushing the limits as oh no, Keen's off the track. Just quickly check on Keen. He's looped it. Looks like just after the first chicane. Oh no, maybe turn 3. Turn 3.
Yes, turn 3, yep.
Yeah, huge shame. You know, Meredith and Hum are side by side into this second sweeper. Meredith is going back quickly. Rafalo, fastest lap of the race of 104.5. He's just closed the gap onto Thornton. Make it through turn 3, the line of stern still.
Thornton's slowly pulling that gap back in. I say slowly, but it's actually relatively quick.
Well, they got a good run out of the chicane. Oh, Keen, a drive through for speeding in pit lane. And Mackenzie's also called in a night as well. And that's a huge shame for Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Rafalo is driving that Mondeo on the absolute limit, trying to match these Renaults. So Thornton now fastest lap of the race at 104.5. He is catching Macca. Dietmar Rath just doesn't seem to be able to bridge that gap. So at the moment, he's just going to have to sit back and just sort of wait and see what happens between the 3 drivers ahead. We're only on lap 7 of 21 as we see Thornton getting it sideways through the first chicane. And anything can happen. It's not over until the checkered flag waves.
Yeah. Bit wide.
Thornton running a little bit wide. That will assist Rafalo a little bit. See the gap now down under 0.6 again. Yeah, Mackenzie sometimes just does not improve. Just see Fletcher off the track coming out of the second chicane. So that will give Meredith back in position probably. And we see another car off the track. That looked like Williams slowly recovering. Oh, it's all happening down in the midfield. We're going to go back to the front though, because this is just enthralling, this battle.
Macca seems to have responded to Thornton closing the gap. He's brought it back out to 1.3 seconds.
Well, these guys are just trading fastest laps at the moment.
It's like a qualifying session. Just you have to complete 21 laps before it's done.
Yeah, that's it. So 104.4 now for Macca, fastest lap of the race, versus a 104.5 from Thornton. So the gap's just starting to stretch a little bit. Thornton might just be trying to maybe overdrive a little bit, trying to catch Macca. Just needs to stay in that rhythm now. I'll tell you what, Chris Fraser's not losing too much time to these guys either. I've been sort of keeping tabs on his gap, and well, as I say, that goes up by 0.2, but oh no, it's under 5 seconds again, so he's obviously going with the slow in, fast out approach to chicanes.
Well, I mean, whatever works.
That's
Someone sounds to be in the grass there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find who that is. I cannot find who it is. But anyway, we got a battle brewing here between Hum, McLaughlin, and Richards. Oh, big send from McLaughlin. He gives Hum contact. A touch.
Oh, wow. He pulls it back from Narnia.
That was a huge send from McLaughlin. It wasn't going to work. But thankfully, Hum manages to keep it under control.
Yeah.
But Richards the big winner out of that. He picks up 2 positions for free. Oh, no.
That'd be to that drive-through.
Yeah, I think the app might be glitching out a little bit because
Stop and go 20 seconds for speeding for Simmons.
That's big send here from Hum. He manages to pull it up, so Hum now recovers 9th position. So Simmons 20-second penalty for speeding.
Oh, what?
That's okay.
That Volvo must be too quick just around the track, because I don't think it's fit. Maybe it was in the parking lot when he got a speeding ticket for speeding in the parking lot when he was getting his groceries.
Well, hang on, I'm just going to jump in quickly because Chris Raffalo has managed to finally get ahead of Thornton, and he's actually closed the gap. For some reason, Macca and Thornton both did 105s versus Raffalo's 104.
Oh.
Oh, let's see why. Look at how much Raffalo grabs.
Well, I mean, whatever floats your goat, if it works and it's quick, then might be better off taking it.
The thing with those lines, you have to be so precise with them.
Yeah.
But Thornton is now all over the back of Raffalo again, so whatever it was, it must have just been a small mistake from Thornton. Because Thornton's right back on the pace again. Oh, geez, the Mondeo gets a little bit squirrely under brakes. Because McLaughlin and Hum also swap positions again. So that battle's not over. In fact, Hum's dropped down from 9th. Oh, look at the slide. And Meredith also picking up a 20-second stop and go for speeding. Interesting. So I'd say that must be a glitch.
Yeah.
So I would say our stewards are getting on top of that and saying to those guys that they don't have to take those stop goes, as we see Fletcher off the track again. He's rejoined just ahead of Rath. I'm trying to think of my names here. Macca back down into the 104.8, so must have been a minor mistake on Raffalo. Is now defending hard from Thornton. So
and Macca's now extended
big send. Big send from Thornton.
I don't know how they kept that clean. That was...
They're still side by side. It's not over. Raffalo's going to argue the point here.
And yeah,
pulled out. But I think he needed to make the decision to pull out a little bit earlier than what he did. So Thornton now back into second. And was that Ruth? I thought I saw a Mondeo going off the track to the right-hand side there.
Ironically, he didn't lose much time at all.
Well, there you go. Rallycross, British Touring Car Rallycross.
Yeah. He only lost about 4/10 off of third.
Well, that little battle between Thornton and Rafalo has just sort of blown the gap out between the top three. So we're going to take a quick break from them and follow Simmons.
In the gross. Oh.
And here comes Richards up the inside. Two Volvos side by side. They're not. Oh, Simmons has done the smart thing. He's just backed out of it. And he's had to cut the chicane.
Cabbage wagon not turning too well.
It's got too many groceries in the rear.
Yeah, too much cabbage.
Runs it very wide. He snaps on him, but he manages to save it. They'll give Hum a run. And, oh no. No.
Oh, that's
Oh no. Oh. That was close.
Oh, oh, jeez.
Oh, my heart was in my mouth then. We had a ghost driver there. Oh, Rafalo's picked up a 22nd as well. No!
Yeah, that
That is broken.
that is not. Yeah, that's
That is a
very
glitch in
tight.
That's a glitch in the system. Unfortunately, the matrix is not working well tonight.
While we were looking at Simmons and Richards, I think it was, Thornton's now only 5/10 away from Macca.
Yeah, that's true. There you go. So Thornton's using every bit of space he can. Simmons has actually rejoined the server, thankfully, and he'll be able to get back on track. That is so unfortunate for Simmons.
Yeah. Definitely a mood killer, that's for sure.
So we're looking at the back of Macca's Renault at the front of Thornton's Renault. Could be a real dice between these two guys. And Rafalo gets another penalty for speeding. So Rafalo's actually in the pit lane. He's just, I think he's just going to get back to back. He's got another drive-through for cutting. Okay.
Penalties for MVP.
I think we should just give Rafalo some bonus points for getting the most penalties. Where that real penalty is glitching at the moment, but geez, Rafalo's done well to pick up 3 penalties in the space of 10 seconds.
Look how close Thornton is now. Oh.
Have a look at that. He's almost rubbing the paint off that rear bar.
Oh.
Macca sideways.
Macca taking a regular line. I don't know if he meant to do that. Probably not, but
107.1 and a 106.9 from Macca and Thornton respectively. These guys
and a Wrath with a 105.3.
I wonder if these guys are running out of tyres. Certainly not pushing it as hard through the corners.
Yeah, I would agree. It didn't look like Thornton's car sort of ripped through that second part of the chicane there. Sort of looks like it just slept off the apex.
Well, these guys are catching up on lap traffic, and that would be well, that was Meredith, and I would say Dre. So I think that's a an Alpha up in front. Yep. fact, Rafalo's just sitting in pit lane at the moment. Or he'd be serving 30 seconds of penalties.
Yeah, you got to feel bad. That's definitely not the way you'd want to go out.
And Fletcher gets a drive through for cutting now, as that's one of the Volvos well off. It's Williams, actually. In fact, Rath is actually closing in on these guys. Meredith, stop and go 20 seconds. Oh, God. I think I'm going to stay off the Discord tonight. That's going to be absolutely exploding.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I'd say that Discord right now is exploding.
Yeah, definitely a lot of people would be pretty upset and salty about that. Definitely a race ruiner for sure.
Yeah, fortunately, it is what it is. And
Yeah.
got to keep in mind that this is being run by volunteers.
Yeah.
So, for the most part, those guys are doing an absolutely fantastic job. As Rath actually gets balked a little bit by Dre. In fact, Dre is not. Oh, he's out of the throttle now. I think he could have gotten out of the throttle a little bit early there. Oh, he's already on the pace again and closing down on Thornton. So Rath is not out of this just yet. We're going to quickly cut away from these guys just for this battle here. We have 3 cars all battling for 7th position. Hum is all over the back of Richards at the moment. We're going to jump on board with him. He's looking for a bit of a switchback. Actually, that's a lap car of...
Yeah, that's Meredith, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. That was an almost lovely send. But he's going to be vulnerable to McLaughlin here. McLaughlin, I think, will be side by side. No, he's had to pull in. Simmons is in there as well. Now, this is a brilliant battle as well.
This is, yeah, eventful, that's for sure.
And Simmons, just to get a little bit of ego back, he sets the fastest lap of the race of 1:03.9.
Oh, wow. That's one faster, Cabbage Wagon.
He's taken all the cabbages out, that's what he's done.
Yeah. That's what it was actually the team asked the stewards if they could give him the penalty so they could take the groceries out.
That's it. So Hum all over the back of McLaughlin. I thought he would have a bit of a run. We're actually on the final lap now. I don't want to look away from this battle, but I'm going to have to pull away just quickly for Macca in the number 22 Renault. He's done well. He's... You'd love that sound.
Yep.
Oh no, Meredith! Oh! Oh! Oh, that was so close.
You couldn't get any closer if you tried.
Always has to be on the final lap as well. So
yeah.
Meredith's unfortunately having a nightmare race, and it just doesn't end. Well, it is ending for him, because Macca will round the final corner of the lap and the race, and will take out race 3. He prevents the trifecta for Dietmar Rath, but Dietmar will take home 3rd position. Now let's go back to this battle that I really want to see between McLaughlin and Hum. Oh, McLaughlin sideways out of the first chicane. They're going to be at it for the rest of this race.
Hum's dropped off a bit here, but
closing up again. He's got
yeah,
the momentum. Oh, sloppy exit for McLaughlin. This will give Hum a chance into the final corner.
Is he gonna? There's not
probably
much.
thought about it, but he decided
there's not
that
much you
discretion.
can do in that last corner.
Yeah, discretion and the better part of valor for Hum. So McLaughlin will take out 7th. Richards, he's going to do a bit of a form finish with his teammate. In fact, he's out of fuel. he's
wow!
He is out of fuel. He's getting a... And he's... What a teammate.
Oh, that is amazing.
Teammate. Someone clip this, please. I beg of you, clip this. What a teammate. What a champion.
Simmons. Best
Oh.
performance.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to have to give him that one. That is... So Richards runs out of fuel, and his teammate Simmons gives him a bit of a bump just to help him.
Someone's having fun on the grass.
I would say that would be Hum in the Mondeo. Yeah. What is he? He is practicing rallycross. Oh.
Well, that was eventful.
What a night. Jeez. Gonna have to find him now before he leaves the server. He's actually out of the server. Actually, no, there he is. There's your winner there. Mac, totally forgotten our winner's name after that. I mean, jeez, what a bro. Simmons, driver of the race, man of the race, man of the event. I mean,
coming in clutch when he needed it the most.
He had his race ruined by the AI handing out penalties, getting a little bit crazy with the penalties, but he comes through and helps his teammate anyway. Man, that is awesome. Well done, Simmons. Someone please clip that, for the love of God. Clip it. I can see that you're not clipping it. Anyway, let's run through the results for race number 3 tonight. So Macca is your winner, followed by Thornton making it a Renault 1-2. Jetmar Rath, unable to get the trifecta, comes home in 3rd position. Christopher Fraser, he scores a top 5, and Anton Ches also rounds out the top 5. Walter, 6th. He'll be happy with that on his debut, while McLaughlin, Hum, Richards and Dre round out the top 10. Then over the page, we have got Williams, Fletcher, and unfortunately, I think I've just lost the results. So, geez, what a race! What a night! God, that had a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Absolute craziness in those in that last race. Geez, I hope all of you at home have really enjoyed that. I know I have. And, okay, let's exclude Simmons. Your driver of the race for race number 3, Jackson.
Oh, I think it might be Rafalo, or maybe even Raf. That final push at the end to get him that close to Thornton in 2nd. It was very impressive in the dying stages. But Macca obviously with the win, hard to beat. So yeah, I honestly think Macca might be the one that I'd say had the best performance.
Yeah, I'll have to give a shout out to Thornton actually in that race, because he had to battle, and he was in there or thereabouts.
The whole race. Yeah.
And
except for the last few laps when he dropped off a bit, but
well, I think he had to just raise the white flag in the end. But I think he did a fantastic job in the second of the Renaults there.
Yeah.
Geez, but driver of the round, I'm gonna have to go with Jetmar Rath. Like he almost got a trifecta, but he stayed on the podium.
And how about that? In the last lap, the Meredith sitting on the apex. That was Bit of a heart in your mouth moment.
That was very much a heart in the mouth moment. Hopefully, Meredith bounces back for the next round because he's. I'm not used to seeing him that far down.
Yeah, so the standings ended up being Macca, Thornton, Rath, Fraser, Ches, Walter, McLaughlin, Hum, Richards, Dre, Williams, Fletcher, Simmons, Rafalo, and then Meredith. And then DNFs were Keane and Mackenzie. So that was the all 17 in order.
Oh, there you go. Not too bad. I think a lot of drivers they
Especially
they
Rafalo. Rafalo was high up there, but that the
a
penalty
lot of
is
people a lot of people copped a bit of a shaft there.
just yeah.
But hopefully we'll get on. Hopefully our fantastic admins will get on top of that for the next race. I guess we'll wrap it up there. Hopefully this Sunday I will be back on again streaming for the AK. I think it's the next round of their Assetto Corsa
Yeah,
sprint.
so ACC, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, at
So,
Nürburgring this week.
ooh, exciting! I just did a 1 hour sprint endurance race last night, and it was quite a fun race. So
Yes.
yes, and certainly had a couple of heart in the mouth moments with people sliding off the track and almost rejoining in front of me. So,
I'm guessing that was the final chicane.
final chicane, the corner before the final chicane, the
corner
carousel.
before that. The corner before that.
Yeah, but pretty well everywhere. Schumacher S.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very exciting race. Hopefully, I'll be back in time to stream it. I'll be going up, unfortunately, another round this weekend of the 4SKA Endurance Championship. But however, it is a Saturday night race, so I should be able to make it back here in time to stream. So keep it. Hit the follow button, hit the notification button, and then you'll know for sure if I'm live. But thank you to everyone for joining us, and thank you, Jackson, for joining me. A very exciting night commentating with you.
All good. It's a good opportunity.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll wrap it up here. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next time.